Red's not gonna be here, right?
That is correct.
So how did...
already live.
I have a question. How did I survive?
You weren't active. I guess
Oh.
the assumption is we left you downstairs.
Oh, fair enough.
So that when Ren and I went to leave, I guess we just grabbed you and went back to town. And then I guess we just didn't do anything with you when Red was drowning in quicksand either.
You were inactive. You were asleep or something like that at the time.
That does make sense. I am a very lazy halfling.
Don't call yourself a hobbit.
I can't. It's trademarked.
I said you were about to.
I know.
I believe we had gotten back to town. Kadak had hung out for a couple of days or so, I believe, learning some new things. And, bring up the new character. Your new character's name is... Are you Castler or Big B? For the new character's name.
You talking about Arcloid?
Yeah.
Your audio working, Arc?
You can hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was asking you a
All
question.
right.
Yeah, what was your new character's name?
Big B.
Okay.
Big B Butterbean. I thought you were also giving the other character's name because there's going to be two characters being introduced today.
No, we already covered that. Red's not here.
Okay.
So no Castler. So, Kadak had been hanging out, learning some new things. Marigold, while you were in town the past few days, were you doing anything? If you had some experience points you wanted to spend, you could do that.
I did. I wanted to actually get up the cooking skill.
Alright.
Or talent, or whatever heck it's called. I believe it's talent, right?
You weren't here last session, right?
No, I was not.
Yeah, you missed the whole thing we did at the beginning of the session, which turned out to be worthless because those two people died. But you're still here. Your XP is wrong.
What is my XP supposed to be?
You're listed at what, 7?
6.
6. What did we say? It was supposed to be 7 or 9?
It should be somewhere between 7 and 9.
We put it in the chat, didn't we? Or did we just say it out loud?
I think we had put it in the chat.
Don't recall seeing it.
I think it's 9. I just went back to our chat. I was telling you about it.
Alright. Well, I'm still going to be using up stuff anyway.
Yes, and that is the talent. There are several people in town who are more than happy to teach you how to cook.
Oh, that's probably what I will spend my time doing, because these, living on rations that are, completely, uncooked sucks. I gotta admit.
I believe that cost you a silver. You're going to pay to have somebody teach you.
And this is where I have no money, so I cannot pay.
Well, you can also try and teach yourself with a wits roll.
Yes.
Oh.
If you fail, you get the experience back. You just wasted a quarter of a day. But I think the thing is, what we're saying is you have 2 days worth of quarter days.
So eventually I should pass, is what you're saying.
Well, I mean, you still roll. You might fail 2 days straight.
Standard wits roll?
Not everyone's a Chef Boyardee.
I mean, Chef Boyardee is not good.
I think you'll find he's the baseline for what I'm going to be acceptable for eating as rations.
Well, there's
Chef Boy are dead.
So you probably don't want to push that one.
No, I don't.
No. So I guess you'll waste a little time.
God damn it! I can't. Why do I keep burning the rice? All right. You know what? I'm gonna sell some stuff. Are you selling your mess kit, or should I sell my cauldron?
I already did that a while ago. Why are you gonna sell your cauldron and then learn chef?
Right, then I will keep the cauldron and I will sell my blanket.
How much is your blanket?
I don't know.
Oh, hold on.
It's worth many rubles.
I opened up all the Shadowrun PDFs. So now I think it's so full of PDFs. Blanket was 7 copper, so what, 3 copper on resale?
Give me enough to get at least 1 silver, but then I'll be broke afterwards.
That is enough to have over at the Dead Man's Hand Inn teach you some cooking skills.
I am fine with that. I clearly can't learn on my own.
Shows you that you had the pan up too high on the fire, and that's why you kept burning that rice.
Wait, it actually matters where you put the pan?
Yep.
Oh god, this is annoying already. You probably should show me all this type of stuff.
Yeah. How not to burn the garlic.
Are you going to spend all your XP?
Just to get the cooking is how much? It's been a while. I gotta look at it again. I apologize.
Yeah, we got that posted in the chat as well.
It's 3 to learn a new one. I was only asking because if it is 3, I'm right. It's 3, 6, and then 9. And you have 9 XP. You can get chef at rank 2 if you wanted, or you can just be better at something else than collecting food.
Can you come back to me on that? Because I want to at least get the cooking, because we do need that, and then I'll make a decision
all
on the other.
Rank 2 as chef gets you is a extra unit of food.
That's not horrible.
Right, but I mean, you might also want to be able to get food as well.
Yeah, no, I see what you're saying.
Like
That's why
fishing,
I'm saying.
hunting.
That's why I'm saying, can you come back to me?
Although you're broke, so hunting is probably out of limits for you, since
Fishing, because you'd have to buy some equipment for that.
Well, do you have a bow?
No.
Right, so hunting is off. Maybe foraging? Is there something that makes you a better forager?
There may be. There's also the talents that will turn those activities into resting.
Herbalist. When you make a survival roll, is modified by +1 when you forage during journeys.
Aren't you an herbalist?
No.
Oh.
I'm a path leader, or whatever you call that.
Pathfinder.
Yeah, Pathfinder. So when we're moving from hex to hex, that's where I get my +1 to survival. But if you're gonna forage for food, it just means that we'd be eating a lot more vegetables than meat. But I don't know. You have a high survival too, don't you?
Yeah, mine's not horrible. It's at 5.
Yeah. So I mean, that would help you forage for food, and then you have chef, which means you'd be able to then cook that food into a ration.
Let me look into that.
And while he's looking into that, you also should get into Bigby entering in the town. Probably right around the same time the Caddock was returning into town. You're new to the area, looking for some adventure. You doing anything in particular?
There's this nice roomy square right there with inside of the gate, so he'll There's probably somebody you need to speak to about getting a permit to set up a stall. So he'll go to the big building back here. Not sure if that would be the House of Governance, but
That
maybe
is
somebody here
actually,
will tell him where to go.
yeah, asking around, you can find out that is indeed the home of the village elder.
How quaint.
Yeah, the building is impressive looking longhouse. Nice looking carvings hanging from the uh, soffits along the roof. A lot of the windows are actually mosaics of stained glass.
That looks fancy.
Yes. You find out also that the town elder is a Mrs. Palmer. She answers the door apparently when you knock, introduces herself. She doesn't send you off, but she seems kind of cold towards you. Says, I don't know, new people in town, we're a little weary of them. We're afraid maybe bandits will show up or something. But I mean, if you're a merchant, I guess you could set up in the town square. There's no real permit.
Oh, thank you very kindly, my lady.
She also recommends that you go to the Dead Man's Hand as the local tavern. It's right there by the town square. She recommends most heavily that you don't go to the Three Skulls. It's run by that guide over there.
And I'm assuming that when Big B takes a look, is a very grumpy looking fella.
Well, she is actually just pointing in the direction of the river
Oh,
and over the bridge, over that way. So yeah, if you stay on this side of the bridge, you'll be fine. That's the other side of town.
I see. Thank you for the warning. Might save me some face. And other
Gives you a nod. Let you
He
send
sort
you
of
on
rubs
your
his
way.
neck.
What was that?
He sort of rubs his neck like he's trying not to imagine it getting cut by people from across the river. All right, and I guess he'll lay out a scale and a blanket and get a little bit of shop going from his whatever he can get out of his knapsack.
Okay. Now, I'm sure over a couple of days, Kaduk and Marigold run across you. You cross paths. I'm sure you are hanging out at the inn a bit.
You probably see me busking in the inn, and every once in a while I'm paying my rent by getting better at cooking food, because I am definitely taking the chef at least.
Well, I mean, you know he runs in America. Clearly not me. I don't hang out there. I hang out outside in the cold, the dirt.
And you,
I'm sure you see him in the town square.
Right. And I was thinking for the background that I might have been the level 1 quest merchant that Kadok met on his path to becoming what he is today.
Exactly level 1 quest to take her.
I mean,
Like, that was your tutorial quest, basically.
Hey, what?
And you saved my life.
I mean, it goes to show you how well that worked out. I clearly didn't come back to you.
But if you all wanted to acquaint yourselves a bit,
I'm still looking at stuff to maybe purchase, but
Well, it's a damn shame, Rob, because you're the talky member of the party.
fuck. I don't honestly feel like talking that much today. Well, you're so. What do you look like? I don't know. Halfling.
He's a well-maintained halfling, rather plump of form, with a cherubic face and a kind demeanor.
Oh God, another one of you. Well, have you come to listen to old Marigal the Merrymaker, young man?
Is that a new bard in town?
Yes. I've been in town a couple of days now, actually, to be fair.
Well, of course. When are you playing? Where are you playing?
You see, are we in the Three Skulls here right now?
actually,
Or Dead Man's, excuse me.
Edman's was the one that you were going to.
Yeah, I assume I'm in there right now, and I said, well, I've been playing here for a day or two. I don't know how to answer that. It's quite obvious where I am, young one.
The realization dawns on his face, and he beams and starts. Looks like he's clutching his pearls, basically, and like now he's starstruck. Oh! You've been the one who's been playing. I confess, I don't tend to look at the bards.
Clearly not.
Maybe I should start.
What's your class, by the way?
Merchant.
Merchant?
Peddler.
Oh, merchant, peddler, or whatever. Okay. Oh dear. Apparently not, my friend. Let me guess, you spend too much time in the stalls selling stuff, don't you?
Yes, if you let yourself get distracted, you lose merchandise.
Well, go ahead.
I was going to say, Haddock, the second evening that you're in town, getting close to sundown, usually when you're starting to make your way over to your spot back behind the Dead Man's Inn, you're actually stopped just inside a back alley by the village elder, Mrs. Palmer. She explains to you that she's been having some issues with old brewmaster Yawim over at the Three Skulls. Apparently she doesn't like his politics. He wants more outside people coming into the town. A lot of people are against that, thinking it's going to bring in the wrong crowd. Find it kind of funny that she's discussing this with you, an outsider. It becomes apparent, however, when she offers to give you a gold piece if some accident were to befall that nice new wharf that Yolwim had built there on the river next to the bridge.
Well,
You could do it without anybody noticing it. It would be even better.
But it's not a problem if somebody does notice it.
We'd rather not.
Well, I mean, don't you think it would behoove you if somebody did notice it? That an outsider caused this problem? Wouldn't that be like against his politics?
Well, that definitely could work in my favor. It wouldn't work in your favor, but yeah, you could do that.
No, it would just mean I have to enter the town from the east instead of the south. Just a question. How much do you not care for his politics?
1 gold piece, apparently.
She says her and several others really don't want more people showing up in the town. She would rather not see anybody hurt,
Okay, there
however.
we go. I was like, I can make him completely not a political rival anymore. Also, they seem to have a pretty nice setup over there. Seems like that would be a great place to make a stronghold. If they were no longer active participants in this town's, I was going to say democracy, but I have no idea how this place works.
Miss Palmer is in charge.
Hold on, let me just-
Her family has been in charge of the town for the entire
Not a
existence.
democracy.
It is not.
Would
It
be
is a
goal.
Palmerocracy.
Alright.
Just so you know, I'd like to do wits rolls for herbalist and pack rat to try and learn those talents.
Alright, go ahead.
Yeah, you have a whole backlog of days. Let's see what happens.
Oh, let's see what happens here. This is for herbalist. Did it come up?
Nope. Or clear your roll and then click wits and then...
Sorry about that.
There you go, you got it.
Okay, all the cooking's made me really good at spotting good vegetables, apparently.
What was the other thing you said?
Pack rat. Allows me to carry more.
Oh, the 2 extra slots on your...
Yeah, which honestly is really good, because I only have an 8 carry turns into a 10 carry.
Yeah, I was only suggesting quartermaster for the make camp bit.
Alright, you ready?
Yep.
Nope.
That's been 4 rolls now, so that's been a whole day.
Yeah.
Which
Well, actually,
means-
if you rested for
For
three
one
quarters
of
of the day, then you'd have to spend the other quarter resting.
which means you have 2 rolls left.
Alright.
Also, never mind. I was gonna say you want to eat, but we're in town. Never mind.
Yeah, I am going to eat in town, so it's really only 1 roll left, I believe.
Well, no, you have 2 because you rest and whatever.
Alright, you ready? I'm not pushing, obviously.
Yeah, no reason to take damage here in town. You can push that one though.
I will push this one. Why not?
And then take the damage on the push roll.
Probably. Did it go?
Nope. Remember, there's a pop-up. There you go. There's your damage taken.
Oh, I forgot about the pop-up. God damn it. I just clicked the button again.
Well, you took damage either way, because it would have been the same roll, so... So, you want to take 1 damage to your wits, and then you have 1 roll left.
At least
And
it's...
don't forget about the willpower for that damage from pushing.
Yeah, I'm at, 6 willpower from before. Does that go away at all, or no?
No.
Alright, now I'm at 7, so it's getting close to the top.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. I barely ever use it, so...
Alright, gonna try one more time.
You can push it.
I'm gonna attempt it. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Really hurt yourself trying to carry more stuff. It's too much weight! In the back!
Now you have another willpower.
I do. Alright, so I have 3 XP.
Yeah, you're also just down to 1 wits right now until you rest again.
Well, I'm resting in a minute, so
Yeah.
at the very least it'll go back up. So now we're caught up, but
Yeah,
I've
no, I'll
learned...
take the job.
Oh, yeah, sorry about that.
No, I mean,
That's alright.
Again, this was your backlog of stuff, so it would have happened before any of this anyway.
Do you tell Miss Palmer that you will take on the responsibility?
Yeah.
All right. She seems most pleased, and she actually gives you half of that gold piece, so 5 silver pieces up front. Says you get the rest when you're done.
Okay. So I guess I'm for... What time of day is it right now?
Well, if we are syncing up with everybody else, that would be making it the evening of the second day.
Alright.
Hmm.
We already had this whole conversation about there's no general shop. Who might sell flint and steel?
Ta-da!
The smithy definitely has the flint and steel.
I know Big B is raising his hand here, but what are the rules about your bag of many things? So I assume that's what you're leaning on here.
Is that a actual thing you have?
I'm just being coy with what I'm calling it. He has the ability to pull out of his bag like once per willpower or something like that. Something of certain costs or whatever.
Mundane items and things of that
For
nature.
Bag and Sag and Berry from all that.
But yeah, the smithy would have something like flint and steel.
That's pretty cool.
Sure, then I'll head over there and spend 2 copper on flint and steel. Does the wharf look like anything over there is flammable on its own?
The wharf is actually made out, looks like it's been made in the past couple of years. The docks are made out of wood. The boats are made out of wood. And there is the building right there that is made out of wood. Looks like a small warehouse.
Right. I mean, eminently flammable. I'm not gonna flint and steel the dock itself into fire. You need a...
By way of flammable, you can see that there are oil lamps hanging along the dock.
I show up with my flint and steel, just... Oh, fuck. It's like, I just grabbed the tongue. I just mean that, like, if I was gonna flint and steel it down, I would need something like kindling. I need some kindling of some sort. But
That you actually see there's unused netting in front of the warehouse buildings. That looks like it might go up pretty easily.
and this is the time of night where everyone's afraid of the ghosts and they go hiding in their own spaces.
Yes, it is coming up on that time very shortly.
Y'all know I don't give a shit about that. So
Do you let me in on this plan at all, or no?
no.
Oh, okay.
I mean, one, it'd be a good idea to let the other players know. I know this, but at the same time, you're working here. It'd be a bad idea if you knew that I was doing this.
Fair enough.
Yeah, it would put your whole job thing in danger. You'd be in the middle.
Have some plausible deniability.
Yeah, it'd be like having a Rush brother being angry at you.
God forbid.
So yeah, no, I just wait for that time where I know, since I sleep on the streets, that everybody goes hiding because of the ghosts. And that's when I'd head over to the wharf. So whenever that happens.
Okay. Are you trying to stick to the pathways, or are you just gonna go trailblazing off into...
Oh hell yeah, nah, Trailblaze, because of more likely I'll be seen on the green, blue paths, whatever the hell they are.
Okay, so you're not trying to hide at all.
Well, I'm not. It's like the opposite of what I said. I'm not. I'm not good at hiding. I don't know. What's the role for? Is there a stealth skill?
I believe so.
Stealth. I mean, I am. What I said was I'm not sticking to the paths because I
Okay.
figured that's where everyone's going to be, is on the
Okay.
paths.
You will risk some interaction, however, with some undead if you venture off of the path.
That's fine.
Alright. In that case, I'm going to need you to make a quick D6 roll.
A D6 or a D66?
D6.
D6. It's a regular set D6.
Yep.
2.
Right. Yeah, no, that's a strange one. Actually, you don't see anything too crazy. You just see a apparition of a grave digger digging a hole. And that's it. Nothing crazy. If you don't interact with him, nothing happens.
No, I think I'm gonna let it pass only because I have a job to do, which is very
Alright.
funny because I thought, okay, if Dan hits me a third time with this ghost shit, I'm gonna interact with it. But then you approached me with an old lady with a job, and it's like, alright.
So you, if you want to try and be stealthy, go ahead and make a roll. But if you're just trying to make your way through,
I mean, I'll
just
try
hoping...
stealth. Stealth will be option A, and then if I
Okay.
fail, it'll be option B, just to go hard. There we go. I'm stealthy. I'm double stealthy.
Yeah, you slip past the gravedigger, and all the places you sneak by where you might be seen, all the shutters are closed on the houses and buildings. You approach the wharf. Did you say you were coming in, going to approach it? From which side of town?
Well, I assume I'm over here, because that's where I typically hang out, and the old lady knew to get me there, so I assume, you know, one of these.
Alright then. So yeah, you make your way there, up to the bridge. The docks are on both sides. And you're just gonna try and flint and steel some of the netting?
No, I'm going to, like I said, after you mentioned the lantern, I was like, shit, that was a waste of copper. But whatever, it's copper. I'll probably just grab the oil lantern that's hanging nearby and just smash it on the ground.
Okay. Light that up. You obviously don't need to make any roll to light up the oil.
Right,
That
and
goes
then
up.
I'll just jump into the river
Okay.
and swim down the way, come back up, and re-enter town.
Did you have any kind of armor on?
Leather.
Okay. Yeah, in that
Well,
case,
studded
I
leather,
will...
but leather.
Yeah. And it's maybe gets as deep as chest deep, so I don't think we'll require any kind of roll. So yeah, you go down river, hop back out on the other side of the wall, come back inside. The only thing that anybody seems to take notice of, actually... Let me see... I'll go with your old stealth roll and say that the town square is actually empty. Looks like no one is going to or from the taverns at this point in time. Make your way back to your
Typical sleeping spot.
spot. Alright. In that case, a few minutes go by, and you start hearing bells going. If you're inside the dead man's hand, bedding down for the evening, you can hear bells starting to ring. People start hollering. You can see people starting to move along the pathway from here in your little spot, Caddick. You can see them starting to make the bucket brigade, trying to get out the fire that's quickly spreading. Does anybody do anything?
I see all this, and I was like, and I look at the new halfling. How long have you been in town, young one?
Out of here, it's been, what, 2 days now?
Yes.
2 days.
You've seen this before, yes?
What, fire?
No. Well, not the fire, but the ghosts. I assume there's something to do with the ghosts, and I actually go to somebody, say, what's all the buckets for? Something with the ghosts?
The buckets? No, they don't have anything to do with the ghosts. The docks are on fire.
I'm sorry, what?
The docks in the warehouse building are on fire. We're getting a bucket brigade going to put it out. We could use some assistance if you're willing to help. And Olm, the innkeeper, is rushing out the front door, bucket in hand, as well as his wife and kid.
Alright, I will actually go to watch, and I guess perhaps I can help.
Alright.
It might
If
have
you
a
go-
reason not to.
Yeah, if you go down and help out with the bucket brigade, they takes a couple hours. The one warehouse building completely burns down. The section of dock in front of it is badly damaged. One of the boats has some damage to it. Probably not usable anymore.
Oh dear.
Miss Palmer is down there. You can hear her. They're kind of hollering at each other. Sounds like they're starting to have disagreements. Her and Brewmaster Yeoman. Palmer saying, it's got to be these outsiders that you keep getting into town. Coming in drinking your beer. He's hollering back, this is an inside job. You don't want me in this town. I know you did this. And the Rust brothers in there trying to get between them, keeping some peace. Telling you don't want me to get involved in this.
I see an opportunity. Check something real quick. Ladies, gentlemen, perhaps maybe this fighting is not appropriate as things continue to simmer and burn. Perhaps maybe we should consider discussing this somewhere where things are less heated? And I guess what would that be? Is that like manipulation in any way, or?
Yeah, I would say that would be manipulation.
All right, that's going to be a pure empathy roll. Let's see what happens. Of course not.
Always push it.
I do have the sharp tongue talent.
Me roll real quick. Yeah, quick for Miss Palmer. And
Well, sharp tongue just means you can do damage with your words.
Yeah, that does nothing here. Never
You have
mind.
5 empathy. That's crazy.
I do. Empathy is my best stat, despite the fact that I'm kind of an asshole. Well, she didn't succeed either, so I guess we're at an impasse.
not. Yolim, however, looks over. I ain't having any of that. I know she did it. I know you all want me out of this town, pointing to everybody else. He storms off. Looks like he's going to assess the damage to his shiny new docks.
Is there any truth to what he says?
Some of the locals that had gathered mentioned to you that they have had a serious beef stirring for quite a while now. It probably started up a year after the blood mist had lifted.
You shouldn't let such things stew.
But
But yeah, she actually agrees to listen, but without Yolwyn, there's obviously not going to be much of a conversation.
Look, I will actually go to Miss Palmer and I will ask her: what evidence is there that of this that being something of an inside job? And you saying it was an outsider? How do we know? Is it an accident? Was it on purpose?
That's well, we don't really know for sure. Nobody saw anything, but we know. And she's given all the outsiders a quick stare down. Like, we know what your kind are up to. Maybe we should man more people at the gates.
I take umbrage to being blamed for this. I have not been across this river since I entered this town. I've never been across this river. How can I have burned down the docks?
The Rust brother kind of imposes himself upon Miss Palmer, not physically, but kind of gets between you. Hey, now there's no evidence. I'm gonna look into this, and I'm gonna find out what's going on. And then I'm gonna deal with it. And whoever did it is in for a world of problems. And then he starts going over and talking to the locals, asking questions on if anybody's seen anything, if anybody's been acting suspicious.
I'm going to have Big B use his manipulation to get the people to pay attention to the Rust Brother and do as he says. Sort of like, yeah, he'll prove I'm innocent, that kind of thing. Not all outsiders are out to get you.
I'm sorry, what was that last part?
Oh, not all outsiders are out to get you.
Okay. And Caddick, you're still back in your little alley behind the Dead Man's Inn, you said?
yeah, I just thought it'd be real funny. Caddick, you're standing there, soaked to the gills. What?
I was kind of hoping for that, but no, as Miss Palmer. Miss Palmer is actually making her way past your little section of alleyway and nonchalantly tosses some silver pieces.
Yeah, like 5 of them.
Yeah. Exactly 5 of them. Doesn't stop, doesn't say anything, kind of does a backhand flip.
It's like giving change to the poor in New York City.
The old lady does a backhand flip.
Then continues her way. Looks like she's gonna go in the dead man's hand and drink away her anger.
Is there any way I can do any investigation into the docks?
Absolutely. Let me see if there's a skill that applies to that.
I'm not exactly sure. I get insight, maybe.
Insight is for people.
Yeah, insight.
You should know
people.
this, Rob.
I do.
Scouting, maybe?
Yeah.
Scouting might be good.
Oh, I
Scouting
mean, it's
might be
typically the skill for, looking and finding, so I don't see why it wouldn't be useful here.
Scouting is the closest, probably. This game doesn't really have, like, investigative skill.
No, But what is it you're trying to look for, or what area? The docks themselves, the charred cinder remains of the warehouse building?
I'm gonna look through the warehouse building.
All right.
Because in my head, it seems like the warehouse was what. Oh, excuse me. It seems like the warehouse was probably maybe the target or the one that was hit first. I don't know any better, probably, so.
What stands out to you the most is that the front of the building, the wall is burnt away, where the center section is completely burnt the most, all the way down to the brick foundation, and then spreads out from there. And it also looks like it's spreading out to the docks from that area. And you find a oil lamp laying on the ground. It's all burnt up, warped. The temper to it's been hooked off.
Does the lamp look like it fell from, like, maybe a hook or something, or...
There is a hook. Actually, there would not be anything left of the wall or the soffit or the roof right there.
I'm actually gonna take this item. The charred lamp, or what's left of it. And what's that Russ Brothers' name again?
The Russ Brothers' name is Sturkis. Sturkis, I believe it's.
I'm gonna go to Sturkis, and he says, perhaps maybe this will help you in your investigation.
Yeah, he looks at you, goes, Where'd you find this?
It was in the remains over near the warehouse, hidden among the ash. Maybe it fell? I can't really tell, but it might have been what started the fire, at least.
He rubs at his chin. That actually sounds pretty insightful. That, I think, may have been the cause. It's just wondering now if this was something that happened on its own or if it was helped.
Well, figure this might be able to help. Unfortunately, there were no other remains or anything I could find. Maybe another day. Good luck to you, though.
He thanks you for your help. You've been a great assistance to the village. Looks forward to seeing you around again.
I try. And meanwhile, is Bigby around?
Bigby.
I'd say he would be in the dead man's hand. Nobody in town seems to want to buy his ink and papers and whatnot, so...
Yeah, regretfully, the town seems to be a bit poor.
Yeah. I go to Bigby and he says, where are you traveling, young one?
Oh, I've had no aim for some time now.
Well, depending on how things might shake down, we may need to be ready to leave soon, so perhaps... Oh, I don't know. If you are a peddler of some renown, perhaps maybe you should follow me.
I do smell business in the air.
Be grateful it's business and not your neck in a noose. I'm trying to hedge my bets right now to make sure that doesn't happen to me, at least. I would also recommend you do the same.
True.
I will say
business
that
might indeed be funny business, and I want none of that.
The fire gets put out. It was evening when this happened, so it is now well into dark out.
Yeah.
Most of the people are getting back to their homes, or and his family, you see them coming back into the dead man's inn. Caddick, you can see everybody moving along the streets, getting back into their homes from your spot in the alleyway. Everybody is starting to get a bit tired, and it is getting into the evening.
You know, now that the ghosts are out, maybe I should investigate this ghost nonsense.
Are you gonna skip back to where you saw that gravedigger?
Or if I see any others along the way, since, it's a thing, but they're all just out and about. The fact that they made a path seems to indicate to me that they're more often anywhere.
In that case, I will ask you to roll a d6 again. Now, there's rare single d6s. 1.
You see a number of
In this
hobgoblins
time,
with boots.
small little girl skipping and singing in front of you as you make your way down the path. She stops in front of you and asks you if you'll play with her, and she introduces herself as a Ona.
To be clear, I'm not on that green path that's supposed to be safety or whatever the people do. So,
Yes.
Okay.
And this is a ghost of a girl.
Right. Just wanted to be sure that it wasn't like a normal girl going down the green safety path for some insane reason.
No, it is not. This is a ghostly apparition of a young girl hopping and skipping.
Oh, great. Of all the ghosts to run into, it'd be the most difficult one of all. A child.
So, do you stop and play with Ona?
I mean, what game?
Well, she says that you would have to play in order to find out.
Well, no, first you have to tell me what the game is. That's the rules of gamesmanship. I have to inform her.
You're gonna rules lawyer the ghost girl. I love it.
Yeah, she tells you that that's not how her game works, that you would have to agree to play with her. She spins her little pigtail with her finger.
Wait, is this part of the game?
She takes her foot and kind of swishes at the dirt at her feet. Of course, none of it moves because she's a ghost, and says, "No, this isn't part of the game."
Look, I'm an adult fucking man. Okay, so I don't want to say yes and then play hopscotch with you. Is it gonna be worth my while to play a game with you?
In that case, she just presumes that you do want to play, and she changes as she starts telling you a story of King Algarod, and takes on what you think is his image because he has a very nice jeweled crown upon his head, and gives you this horrible story of how he had the leader, a local here, killed because he wouldn't support the last war and wouldn't commit troops. Seeing this image, however, causes a fear attack upon you.
Well, that's a really screwed up game.
Yeah, I don't know where the game starts.
I think the game is that she's trying to scare you.
Yeah, that's not a game. That's you want to hear a scary story. I also now have to wonder if this king is regional or if he pervades the entire Forbidden Lands, because so we've got 2 out of 3 lore bits have been about this one guy.
You're not very frightened by this. No successes, so you don't even have to defend against the fear attack. However,
Are your
make a
rolls back
lore.
into are your rolls back in the GM thing again?
Yeah.
Okay.
So if you would like to do a quick lore.
Oh, wait, let me clear the dice pool. Nah, I'm just gonna ask while I'm making the roll. In the future. Wow, I am not pushing that. In the future, can we have the attacks be out in the open?
Yeah, I actually didn't notice that was a fear attack.
Yeah, I think we had that last time when the monster up high tried to attack us there too. It's like, oh, I can't see the roll. Yeah, no, I'm gonna fail this lore check. That would kill my wits and break me instantly if I tried to push it. Which would have me run away. Like a little girl.
There you go. I changed my macro. Let me double check it real quick. You can see. Did you see that one?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's odd though, last time you had an actual thing. Like we do. I thought, anyway.
I'm popping up now, though, in the
Yep.
chat.
Can
Okay.
see. Yep.
Alrighty then.
Well, question before I decide to fail this roll. Does this roll have anything to do with hold on, let me open my sheet back up. Unnatural phenomenon?
Some yes.
Could I tap my pride?
Yes.
I think I just hit the pride button.
Give me just 1 second here.
It didn't matter, it was a failure. Which means I lose my pride.
Alright, I'm back.